This past week, we got a trailer for House of the Dragon. You guys remember Game of Thrones, right? That show back from a couple of years ago that took over everyone's lives and then just left us with a giant pile of garbage and fire. Well, this is a spin-off series. So this series is going to be focusing on the Targaryens, right? The house which what's her name? Daenerys, the house that Daenerys reigned from. Of course, in the Game of Thrones series, we always heard that she was the last of her family, of her bloodline. But there was a time before where the Targaryens reigned supreme and ruled over all of Westeros with their dragons. And that's what this series will cover. So presumably the concept is cool, right? The idea of what they're going to be covering with the Targaryens and such. The kind of what kind of makes me hesitant is just the way Game of Thrones was handled overall, right? The kind of just the finale. Not a fan. I have absolutely zero expectations for this, right? I'm going in with like the lowest expectations possible, right? I will be watching it, right? And I hope it's good. I hope it's something that I can enjoy, but I'm not expecting anything amazing from it, right? I'm not expecting anything like as captivating as Game of Thrones was back, some odd years ago. So but let me know if you are. Let me know how excited you are for this. If you think, if you are excited for a Game of Thrones to be back, or if you were just burned too hard from the just filthy way that they ended the season, the last season of Game of Thrones, and you just have no hope for anything else coming from the franchise whatsoever. The Premier League and Ted Lasso make a deal. That's right. So for the next season of Ted Lasso, the show will actually have be available to use different images or different properties of the Premier League, namely kits from the teams, archive footage, logos, and trophies. So this overall, just to give the TV show a much more authentic experience. So this is a big W for Ted Lasso fans, people who enjoy the show. It'll just provide that much more authenticity to what you're watching. So that'll be exciting to see. It just goes to show as far as the impact that Ted Lasso has had, especially since winning those Emmys a couple weeks back. It feels like people are finally just it's getting the recognition that it deserves. As I mentioned back when I discussed the Emmys, season 1, sublime, fantastic. Still haven't gotten into season 2. I think it's about to wrap up. I saw like something on Twitter mentioning that it's like coming to an end. So I'll be marathoning through that shortly, and I'll put my thoughts on it out there. But yeah, I'm assuming that season 2 is just as good, if not better than season 1. Then this is great and well deserved on the show's part. We got a trailer for Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City, a brand new movie for Resident Evil, live action film. Completely we did get that animated one that was released on Netflix not too long ago. But this is, yes, a brand new live action one that's separate from the ones that we've gotten in the past with what's the actress's name? Mia? It's like Mia something, right? Mia Malvinkovich, something like that. I'll just put the name and picture on the screen. It'll be easier. But yeah, a completely new recounting, a seemingly much more accurate, right, to the story told in the games. Based on the trailer, it seems that we're going through the paces of the Resident Evil 1 and 2, which actually happened simultaneously. So it seems that I actually very much like that they're actually like showing both of those things go down at the same time in the movie. But unfortunately, that's pretty much as far as I can go as far as like nice things to say about the movie, based on the trailer, of course, right? It just, from everything that I've seen, and they had released some like footage, some set photos, a couple weeks ago, and it just doesn't seem like it's like a high level production. I saw like the photos, it looked like it could have been, it's a movie, like a fan made project being done for like someone on YouTube, which is not a problem. It's just that you would expect, like, if it is like a large studio making the movie, that it would have that quality, you know, apparent to it. And based on what's being shown in the trailer, it just doesn't look any better. Like, oh god, that monster there, man. The CGI is not great. It's very video gamey, the CGI, actually, I want to say, even the liquor. And it just, overall, it just seems very campy. Like the little tidbits of acting that's shown in the trailer, it's hard to judge a trailer, you know, for its acting. But just based on like the little bit that we got from there, it seems like, it just, yeah, I don't know. I don't have high hopes for the movie. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm proven wrong. I hope it's, you know, it's great, and kind of maybe it kind of leans into the campiness, or it kind of, I don't know how I could even use that to its advantage, but somehow it uses it to its advantage. I don't know. I don't have high hopes, but let me know what you think. If you think it looks cool, if you think it looks neat, or you think it's just going to be a dumpster fire. News dropping just today that Catherine Hahn and her character from Marvel's, one of Marvel's Disney Plus series, WandaVision, her character, Agatha Harkness, will reportedly be receiving their own spin-off series. So I saw this and I immediately thought, huh? Agatha is supposed to be making an appearance in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. So I feel, at least I hope, that we get a little bit of more like background around her character. Although I guess what we did see of her in WandaVision was cool, but I just never like felt like it was on that level, right? That that it would warrant her getting her own series in its entirety. Kind of seems a little, yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, it just doesn't add up to me. So hopefully, I'm hoping that we get a little bit more to her character in the movie, and then that can kind of lead us into wanting to see even more of her and knowing more about her story in her own series. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you're excited for this, for a series based on Agatha. Catherine Hahn is great. I mean, she plays the role great. But yeah, I'm just doubtful. I'm just hesitant as far as like how much is there actually to explore with that character, and not only that, but how much of an effect will her story actually have on everything else, as far as like the greater picture of the MCU, you know? Is there a story there that's worth telling, that's, you know, interesting enough? We'll have to wait and see, I guess.